Luke chapter 15, verse number 11 to 12. The Bible says, and he said, there was a man that had two sons. The younger one went to the father, and he said, give me the portion of my inheritance. And it was divided between the two sons. There are two kinds of people that we have on this earth. We were all in God. We were all with God in the beginning. If you look at Jeremiah chapter number 1, verse number 5, the Bible says, before I formed you, I knew you. Before I put you in your mother's womb, I knew you. And I had ordained you to be a prophet unto the nation. So before you come to this earth, you come from God. Because remember, when man was created, formed from the dust of the earth, the Bible says God breathed into the nostrils of a man. Meaning to say, a man came from God. He was with God in the beginning. But understand this, after we were created by God into this earth, some decided to live their lives without God. They asked for their inheritance, for them to live independently from God. And there are people that chose a path to live in the atmosphere of God, in the presence of God. These are the Christians. Those that chose to live away from God, these are the heathen. Now I want to speak about what the heathens do. When they took their inheritance, when he took his inheritance, he went and he spent it with the prostitutes. He went and he spent it with evil people. That is the same lifestyle that we are living. We have people that are squandering their lives with prostitution. There are people that are squandering their lives with evil people, with thieves, with robbers, with the drunkards. And after that, one thing that I know is that if you live a life that is outside God, that is not a life. Because John chapter 11, verse 25 says, Jesus says, I am the resurrection and the life. So without Jesus, there is no life. Because he is the definition of life. So listen to me very carefully. A person that lives away from the presence of God is a person that is trying to live away from his source. I liken that very person to a phone that is far away from the source of power, which is the charging port. If a phone lives away from the charging port, it will die quickly and it will never ever start again unless it goes to the source. So the disadvantage of being a heathen rather than a Christian is that your life will go down and down. You won't enjoy eternity. You won't enjoy the life that is supposed to be lived by a person. So now, when everything was squandered, the man became broke. And when he was broke, he even went to the extent of eating with the pigs. He even went to the extent of sleeping in a pigsty with the dirty atmosphere. That is what people end up doing when you squander your life. You can become so broke that you begin to spend your time with the occultic people, with the witch doctors, with the false prophets. That is spending time with the pigs. A pig is not a good animal in the Bible. Even the demons, when they were cast out by Jesus from Legion, they asked to go to the pigs. Even Jesus, when he was giving a parable, he says, do not give pearls, do not cast pearls unto the pigs, because pigs do not give value to holy things. pigs do not give value to valuable things. Your life is valuable, but if you spend with evil people, if you spend your life with pigs, your life can be squandered. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that it's high time that you leave where you are living, where you are spending your life. You have to come to Jesus. The Bible says, and he came to himself, and he thought of going back home. There is a moment of revelation, and revelation sometimes comes from hunger. There is a hunger that is within you, that you know that money cannot fulfill that hunger. You know that all the partying in the world cannot fulfill that hunger. All the love from many girls cannot fulfill that hunger. Even beer or wine cannot fulfill that hunger. It is a call in you to go back home. And you know what the good news is? The father continued to look around for his returning son. Because the Bible says, whilst he was still coming, the father saw him from afar. And the father ran to receive his son. And the Bible says in James chapter number 4, draw near to God and he will draw near to you. So if you make the first step of coming to Jesus, then God begins to do the rest. He did not just receive the son. He even commanded him to be washed of the debt. He even commanded his servants to give him robes of the house. He even commanded his servants to feed him. When you come to Jesus, he will wash you in his blood. Every sin that you committed before will be removed from having a trace in your life. And you'll be given new robes. The Bible says there are robes. Isaiah chapter number 65 verse 10, there are robes of salvation. There are garments of righteousness. So when you come to Jesus, you are given all those. And after that, you eat the goodness of the life of a Christian that is meant for you. And your destiny becomes fulfilled. Because as many as received him, he gave them power to be called the sons, to become the children of God. John chapter number 1 verse 12. So it's high time as we finish that you come to Jesus. Make up your mind. Listen to that hunger that is calling you back home, and your life will never be the same. God bless you. Have a good day.